we're gonna try this. The sun is really bipolar today, like everything else weather related in Florida, but we'll just save that for another time. So today I'm going to be doing my June favorites. I don't do a favorites every single month because I feel like everything that I like or obsess over doesn't really change too much month to month, but this month I decided that I would go ahead and do it. And the favorites that I have for this month are very similar to the favorites I had last month, but I did not film a video last month for my favorites. So, and then I do have a couple quick mentions that aren't technically favorites, but they're like new discoveries that I am obsessed with. So we're just gonna get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is A, my foundations that I've been using this month, and B, how I apply them and why I've been doing nothing but, I gotta grab a brush here, excuse me. Okay. So I have been addicted to my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I have it in the shade I Renewed, which is 2 Yellow. That's the yellow shade, and I think it's Cool Bone that it's called, but I was impatient and I didn't want to wait, so I just went ahead and got the I Renewed. I've had it now for about 9 months, if not a year, so I've had it a long time, and I do really like it, but I have to mix it with other things. But I also really discovered a new love that I didn't really like to begin with, but I love it when I mix it with something else, and that is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. A lot of people rave about this, like rave and rave and rave. I think one of the reasons why everyone loves it so much is because it doesn't have that flashback and like flash photography. You don't look white. It doesn't like give you a white cast. I have never really taken a whole lot of pictures with flash, so I don't really notice, but I just was not all that thrilled with it until I started mixing it with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. And this one's a little tad too yellow for me, and this one is like the perfect shade. So mixing these two together makes for a flawless finish, and I actually have been applying both of those consistently with like a damp beauty blender or Real Techniques sponge. This is really dirty, excuse it. But this is what I've been using most of the month, and then I actually just rediscovered how I love applying it with my Sigma F80. So really either way is good. I'm having a really good skin day and I just want like a light coverage, I'll use my sponge, and if I want like a really thick, heavy, you know, really cover everything and not have to use any concealer, then I'll use my F80. So either way works really well, and the two of these pair beautifully together, and that is actually what I'm wearing on my skin today. And I just have concealer underneath the eyes. I don't have any spot concealer on, so these two together are a match made in heaven, especially if you have really oily skin. Another thing that I have really been enjoying, which I never thought I would, I kind of thought it was just a gimmick, is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the oil-free one. I only have a sample. I think it came in my Ipsy bag last month, and I've never really been all that excited about it. I'm not a huge primer person. I don't necessarily use primer every single day except for my, I mean, this is just like gold, and you can see it's getting really low. This does an amazing job at hiding pores, and I was really amazed at how well this like covered and blurred my pores out. And I did use this today, and I am addicted. So when it's gone, I'm gonna be really sad. This is only a 1/4 ounce, so I'm definitely gonna have to buy some before long. So yeah. And then a rediscovered favorite that I have always loved is the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara from Tarte, and I just have a little baby one. I remember I went to buy the full size a couple months ago and they didn't have it in the stores, but I really like it. It just has this small, really thin wand, and if anything, I will use this mascara first and then I'll use a different one over top of it. This mascara is really nice, like really nice, and it takes a lot for me to buy a high-end mascara. I used to really love the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but it dries out really quickly, and to me it's just not worth, like, it's a really good mascara, but for what it costs, it does not last long enough if you ask me. So that's why I haven't repurchased that one. In fact, I don't even think, yeah, I threw it out. I don't even have it in my mascara drawer, but it takes a lot for me to buy a high-end mascara, and this one I would definitely fork out how much, whatever it is. I don't know if it's like 20 or 25. I have no idea, but when I can find it in the store, I will definitely buy one. And then the last like eye product is this Bella Pierre Cosmetics gel eyeliner in Ebony. And this came in an Ipsy as well. It's really smooth, it's really creamy, it's really black. I'm not going to swatch it because then I won't be able to get it off my hand. But I just used this in the waterline, and what I have loved doing lately, I love how dramatic lashes look without any eyeliner. They just look so like flirty and soft. But I also don't love how dead I look without any eyeliner on my top lash line. So what I've been doing is taking a liquid eyeliner and starting like halfway through like the middle of my eye and then just kind of fanning it out. And I just love how that looks, and I kind of follow the same idea on the waterline, and I don't go all the way into that inner corner. So this is a really good eyeliner, and I definitely think that I might have to buy one as soon as it's gone. So next I'm going to be talking about face product. Kind of went a little bit out of order because I talked about foundation and then some other things, but that's alright. So the first thing I want to mention is this Vintage by Jessica Liebskin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is getting to be really dingy, and I'm going to have to buy one eventually if I want to keep using it, but it's just a really nice highlight. I like it a lot on the inner corner. That's what I'm wearing in the inner corner today. I am wearing it at the top of my cheekbone, and it's just so flattering. I will say, and this might not be because of this, but I started breaking out on the top of my cheekbone right here, and on both sides, but especially this side. I don't know if this is the reason why. I want to say I used it for at least 3 weeks before that started happening. It wasn't like automatic, you know, like the next day I was like broken out. But I did stop using it for about a week or two, and then it went away. I haven't noticed it coming back again, so I'm not entirely sure if that's what this is. It's rubbed off, so I can't even read the ingredients on the back, but it's really nice. It's so pretty. It's so flattering for really fair skin tones, and it's just a really nice pinky highlight. I do have it swatched a little bit here. I don't know if you can really see it, but I really like it, and if depending on how much it costs, I might have to buy a full size. Next I'm going to be talking about 2 blushes, and the first one I want to talk about is these Clinique Cheek Pops. I love all of them, but this is the one I've been wearing the most. So I have Peach Pop, Pansy Pop, which is so pretty. It's like, it's not really picking up on camera. It's more purple or like lavender in the pan. It definitely looks more pink on camera, but it is so pretty. And then Cola Pop, and this one I have used more of like just to warm up my complexion a little bit, kind of like a bronzer, but it definitely has a red undertone. It is absolutely gorgeous, and in the fall I'm going to be using this like a fiend. I cannot wait, but all of these are really pretty. I've just been using the Peach Pop a lot more because it's summer and it just adds the prettiest natural peachy glow, and I love it. I am wearing it today alongside Pansy Pop. I'm wearing both of them, so I really love them, and I think that eventually I will own every single color. I limited myself with only buying 3, which to me is still ridiculous because I've never spent that much on blush in one sitting, but I love them and they are so worth all the hype. I find the best way to apply them though is not with like a typical blush brush. Like I tried using this one, just kind of like tapping it, and then, but it didn't really do anything. So I find the best way to do it, in fact I'll demonstrate because I could use a little bit more, I'm addicted, is just take a fluffy brush and just kind of swirl it like this, and I find that's the best way to apply it. They have really nice color payoff. You do have to kind of work with them just a little bit, but they're so pretty. The sheen is so incredibly pretty, and I am obsessed. There you go. That's like the 4th time I've said that word, maybe 3rd. I don't know. I'll say it again. And then the other blush that I have been loving, this is kind of a cheat because I've only had it about a week. It's just a really nice blush for nighttime, especially in the summer. You know, you don't want to look like super orange at night sometimes. You know, you just want to look like bronzy and warm. So this is the e.l.f. Pressed Mineral Blush in Wanderlust, and it's just a dark mauve, and it is beautiful. Oh my gosh, these are so nice. It's just, you can't even see it. It's so sad. It's not picking up on camera, but it's beautiful. And I got my mom a lighter one. It's like the same color, but just like a touch lighter. And I don't know what that one's called, but that one's really pretty as well. So I have been obsessed with blush in general. I think I bought like 4 or 5 the last month, which is crazy because I've never been a big blush fan, but I think for summer I've just been like addicted. Last favorite I technically want to mention is these ColourPop Lippy Sticks. I have 2. I have Tootsie, which is like a dark, it's not really dark, it's kind of a gray or brown tone purple almost. It's really pretty. I'm not going to grab it because it's in my makeup bag in my purse, but this one is Toucan, and I'm wearing it today on top with a gloss on top of it. I do notice this one, oh my god, it's so creamy. Ah! This one I do have to top with a gloss because it does feel really drying. I don't notice it so much with the Tootsie, but both of these are a matte finish, and this one just feels a little dry on the lip, so I do have to top it with a gloss. And I topped it with NARS gloss, and I do not know how to pronounce this. Salamanca. I really don't know how to pronounce it, but it just layers. Oh, here, I'll swatch it for you. There it is by itself, and when you put it on top, it's like the perfect color to just make it glossy. But I do notice I do have to pair it with a gloss because it is a little drying, but the color is perfect for summer. I am addicted, and I love wearing it like this with like a super neutral, simple eye and a super bright pop of lippy color. Okay, so the last two things I want to mention are not favorites, but these are also kind of cheats. Just like the e.l.f. blush, the main reason I made this e.l.f. order is because of this puppy. This is the new e.l.f. contouring palette, and it has 4 shades. It has a highlight shade, a yellowy highlight shade, a bronzing shade, and a contour shade. And this is $6, which to me is beyond, like, and I have only tried these 2 powders in here, and even just the one I would pay $6 for. Like, this is such a good bronzing contouring powder. It's ridiculous. I do notice that with the highlight shade, it's really chunky. I don't think it has glitter in it, but it is very chunky. When you swatch it on your finger, it does kind of have a little sheen to it. And when you put it on the eye, there's not really any sheen, but it doesn't really brighten very much as well. So even if I just bought this for this shade, it was totally worth it. It's just beautiful. It is the perfect, beyond perfect color. In fact, I would, and I don't have it to match up next to it, like handy, but I would definitely say that this could be a dupe for MAC Taupe. I've never compared them side by side, but I feel like this is extremely similar. And I pair it with this e.l.f. blending brush. Look at this brush, you guys. Look how tiny it is. It like fits in your hand. This brush, I'm gonna say when I first saw it, I was kind of thrown back a little bit because this brush is $6, so it's the same price as this contour palette. And to me, I was just like, for $6, like, this is kind of little. But I'm telling you, the 2 of these together to contour, that's what I used today, and that's all I've been using since I got it on Wednesday. It is the perfect combo for contouring. This brush gets right in there into your cheekbone right there, and just like perfectly fans it out, and just, it's the perfect size, the perfect shape, perfect density. I cannot say enough good things about this brush. Like, not enough good things about this brush. And I used to use this e.l.f. small tapered brush to contour, which is also really nice, but this eliminates half of that blending work for you because you literally just swipe it like 3 times and you are done. Like, it is that good. It is that amazing. Alright guys, that was my monthly favorites. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to tell all your friends about me. I'd really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye! I slept wrong last night and my neck is killing me. I have 4 notifications. Oh, I'm popular. Just kidding, I'm really not. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? If you know what that's from, and you can tell me in the comments below, then we're gonna be best friends. Like, automatically, we'll be best friends.